Hello everyone. I've been away for a bit. I haven't really been recording like every single day. I know it's a little like more dubious, I suppose. Actually, I haven't even marked down what I was planning on talking about. Hang on. Um, okay, well, there's no point of doing that. Alright, so I haven't really been recording like all too often. I don't know. Recording is just like, uh, I don't know. Sometimes I just don't feel like it. I guess maybe I'm just being lazy, but yeah, I got a new mic, so hopefully it sounds a little better. Okay, well, I didn't just mark out these random places and then make them seem like they were good buys. It just so happened that they actually did react. Yeah, well, so what happened here? So 7:30. We don't really need this. I made a new high. So if you keep track of these highs, right? You see how it's reacting. It immediately breaks through, right? And then it turns into a support. So like you shouldn't even consider that as like a level in my books. You should automatically convert that to the 6823. Okay. So it trades in this range for a little bit. The first trade of the day would most likely be okay. Sorry guys, I'm just getting back into this. Where is the arrow? Is that what I'm looking for? I might just be a silly goose. Here we go. So odds are your first trade, if you do follow the strategy that I use, would probably be right here. You'd be on the short side, but obviously didn't go through. There was a reaction, but you would have been blown out long before that occurred. Like you wouldn't even have broken even, right? There's a second high right here. Now, I'm a little conflicted. Um, I'm just getting back into the groove of things. And yeah, like sometimes my levels react better when it's only on the bar as opposed to the actual wick. Sorry, when it's on the candle as opposed to the wick. Um, in this occurrence, it worked far better on the candle than on the wick. So if you wanted to, you could have shorted here, right, at 68.45, and there was another occurrence of that right here. I don't mind if you lose a couple of points. Like if you lose like half a point there, like I don't know. I think it's still well worth it to maybe like go after that. Like you can drop it down if it seems to like not be reaching your level exactly. Um like I know that some people won't really advocate for that, but in my opinion, I don't know. Like my the strategy that I use, it's like kind of hard to lose in a sense. I don't know. The struggle that I have is like getting filled most of the times. Like most of the times, I'm never gonna get that perfect buy, right? And even if I do reach the tip of the wick, oftentimes it just gets blown out. So kind of hard to say like where you really want to be buying and selling. I suppose like that should be like my next objective, right? Just figuring out really where I want to be buying or where I really want to be selling. Is it going to be on the wick or is it going to be on the body of the candle? We begin entering this range between 68.45 and 68.27. Right, we see this range right here. So we begin trading in this range, and yeah, you could go long here, although you might have gotten stopped out if you had a very tight stop loss. You could have gone long there. See, this is what I mean. Sometimes it does react like way past beyond the wick. Some other times it goes right by the candle. But either way, like you should stay consistent with stuff like that, which is what I need to really be figuring out. So maybe I'll be taking notes from here on out, just seeing like if I go by wick or if I go by body. I think that's very important. It's very important to stay consistent. So this would be a buy flag. Actually, these are supposed to be red. What am I doing? So 3 like pretty good selling points, I would say. Is this after like 1:30? No one's gonna be trading then, right? Whatever. Another buy right there. See, this is what I mean. Like, it extends out a little bit, but I'd still consider this a support. I think so. One of the things that I've noticed is higher highs tend to invalidate levels, and lower lows also tend to invalidate levels. So at 68.27. It was immediately blown up by 3 points, 2 points, sorry, and created a new low. And oftentimes it will respect the new low as opposed to the previous low that was made. So you really want to be keeping an eye out for that. So something like right here, yeah. Well, that works perfectly. Point is that after a high is like broken, so you see this level is broken, right? Say 68.23. You really have 2 options. So firstly, I would no longer consider this a resistance. This turns into a support, if anything. So if it ever reaches 68.23, right? You got this gap right here. I don't know what a gap is, but so you could be buying at 68.23.75 as a support, but that's no longer a resistance. So you should no longer be selling off of this. So as soon as you make that one sell, that's no longer your resistance. That's gonna be a support from now on. Same goes for here, 68.45. If it accepts it, then you continue letting that be your resistance. So every time there's a new high, or wherever it stops that specific high and has a very obvious downtrend, that's going to be your new resistance. So right here, we had an uptrend before we fell towards a downtrend, right? So we marked that down as our high, and we marked this as our low because it obviously broke through the trend. Once it broke through again, we mark this as our resistance, and you can short right here. So this actually is not a red flag. So you can short at 68.45. There are 2 occurrences of that. And right here, you see this getting intercepted at 68.27, so you mark that as your support. You can buy at 68.27. You might have gotten spooked a little bit, but that's very clearly a buy. Do you hold through this? Very scary. I don't know. That's a question for later, but I'd probably get out of this trade if I was up 12 points. Yeah, I wouldn't know that it's downtrending, but sorry, I mean going this far down towards the upside and then going back up. 68.45 again, another sell position right there. 68.25, we saw the support right here because it made a lower low. Yeah, I mean that's all she wrote, right? There's really not much else to be talking about here. I don't know, you can call my TA whatever you want, you can call it nasty things, but at the end of the day, it works for me. As far as these days go, I don't know, I didn't really take very many notes on this. I think I saw a level here, which is very well respected by the overnight market, but it's just completely okay. Don't do that. Completely blown out. Yeah, I mean, the market's looking strong again. I personally don't like using older levels, but if there is a level, such as this guy right here, 21st of November, let's say, where is it? Let's change this color to red. I don't know, to me, it's super obvious that there would be a reaction to this level at 65.40, because this is a news level, right? So at 65.40, right, you could have obviously bought off of this. I was actually a little angry with myself because I didn't see this. And then there was a second, excuse me, and there was a second opportunity to buy here as well before going towards the long side. 98 points, 100. Yeah, I think that was a very obvious trade. So some news levels, very good. I know a friend that actually used them himself. I know that he's done very well with those. But yeah, I mean, that's all she wrote. So thank you for watching. Maybe I'll be more consistent with the recording. I'll see. Okay, thank you. Bye.